Hey friends, I just wanted to encourage you today. I was talking to God and I was, struggling with some things on my own and I kept praying and asking like, what do I do? And God's like, you don't have to figure it all out. You just need to trust me. And he reminded me of the scriptures from Philippians, and it's 4:6. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. It's hard, right? It's hard to not be anxious. That bill's not paid. Where's the money coming from? Something's going on with friends, family, someone's sick, things that can happen in our lives. We want to be anxious. But God is saying to us, bring it to me in prayer. I want to tell you a story that will encourage you, because it might be something that you're like in a tough circumstance. And this happened many years ago. I was just becoming a single mom. I was going through a divorce. I knew that I had to sell the house because I really needed the money, and I had like a part-time job that really wasn't covering everything. Well, as the transition and I was selling the house and it was going to be going to closing, I lost my job. And I didn't tell anybody this, so this is a good story. So here I am, no job, have to find a rental. You have to have a job. Even though I was going to get the proceeds from the house, I had to figure this out. So literally, I got down on my knees and I started praying, and I started applying for jobs, and I started looking around. I started reaching out to friends. Within 2 weeks, a friend of mine said, hey, we're hiring at this new gym. They need salespeople, And so I applied. I got the job just in time to close on the house, get the proceeds from that, put it in savings, and start living in a new apartment. So I applied, got the apartment. And I mean, that's only God, right? I was about to be homeless. I was about to not be able to take care of my 3 kids. I didn't know what I was going to do because I adore my children and they're everything to me. So God came in the nick of time. I got a job just in time to rent a place, got the proceeds from the house, and I was that close to being homeless. I mean, this was probably 8-9 years ago, but it's a testimony of God's goodness, because I really had no idea. I was freaking out. But I knew that I had to pray, and I knew that God had a plan. So if you're struggling with your faith, you got to get on your knees sometimes and pray, and don't worry about what God's plans are. Just ask him for guidance. So that example is just a great example of God's faithfulness. Everything could have gone horribly. I could have lost custody of my kids if I didn't have a place to live. So I just want you to know that like whatever your circumstances you're facing, you got to get down and pray and just trust God. Once you start believing, really believing, like what is our faith, right? That will change everything for you, because if you really trust God and you really know that he's good, then you've got to also consider like, why are you trying to control everything? I am guilty of that. Sorry about the eyebrow. I don't know what's going on. I am guilty of that sometimes, because it's like I have so much faith in him, but sometimes I don't have faith in me. Sometimes I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but I typically will just pray until I get an answer. And then I start to take the steps, even if it's baby steps. So I encourage you to pray and ask and trust. I hope this encourages you today.